Do you ever feel like life is happening to you instead of for you? No matter what you do, you're stuck in the same old patterns and you're unable to break free to move forward, whether it's in your relationships, your career, your personal goals. And it just feels like you're just spinning your wheels, but you aren't really getting anywhere. And it's so super duper frustrating because I know that you want to make changes, but every time there's something that simply holds you back. You see other people living their best lives, yet you feel trapped, powerless to create the life that you want. And the truth is that you're not alone. Many of us feel so powerless because we have forgotten the incredible power that we hold within ourselves. But the great news is that feeling powerless does not have to be your constant reality. In this video, we're going to dive deep into the reasons behind why you feel powerless and how to reclaim your sense of control over your life. Whether you're stuck in a cycle of self doubt, fear, indecision, I'll be giving you practical steps to break free and start living with purpose and power. And as we go through this, drop a comment and let me know what is one area of your life where you've been feeling powerless? Because I want to work through this together. Why do so many of us feel powerless? It often comes down to one thing. We have been conditioned to believe that we don't have any control over our lives, whether it's from past experiences, societal expectations, or the influence of other people. Like we have internalized the idea that life is happening to us and not for us. And so we're just along for the ride. Maybe you've been through situations where things didn't go your way. And over time, you started to believe that you couldn't change your circumstances. Or perhaps you've been told that success, happiness, or control is just simply out of your reach. And so you've accepted that story as your truth. But the truth is that you have more power than you realize. And the first step to reclaiming that power is to recognize the thoughts and beliefs that are keeping you stuck. Because feeling powerless doesn't just affect one part of your life, it shows up in every single thing that you do. It impacts your confidence, your relationships, your career, and your ability to fully show up as yourself and to pursue your dreams wholeheartedly. When you feel powerless, you become passive and then you start letting life dictate your actions instead of you taking that charge. And this sense of powerlessness, it also leads to self-doubt. You stop believing in your ability to make decisions or to create any small changes in your life. And that doubt then holds you back from taking the necessary steps towards the life that you truly want. Then, over time, the feeling of powerlessness starts to spiral into frustration, resentment, and even hopelessness. How do you stop feeling powerless and take back control of your life? Well, let's break it down to a few steps so that you can start using these steps today. Number one, you have to identify where you've given up that control. That first step is regaining power. It's identifying the areas where you have unconsciously given up control. Take a moment to reflect and think about parts of your life where you've been letting other people make the decisions for you. Have you been avoiding responsibility? Once you become aware of these areas, you begin to start taking ownership of your life again. Number two, challenging your limiting beliefs. Oftentimes we feel powerless because of the limiting beliefs that we've held on for years. And this might be something like, I'm not good enough or I'll never succeed. Start by challenging these beliefs by asking, is that really true? Because most of the time you'll find that these beliefs are not based on facts, but instead based on fear. Number three, one of the reasons we feel powerless is because we allow others to cross our boundaries. When you set clear boundaries, whether it's work, relationships, or personal time, it helps you to take back your control. You have to value your time, your energy, your well-being enough to protect them. And number four, taking control of your life, it doesn't require huge changes overnight. Start with small, empowering actions that remind you of the control that you do have, whether it's making a decision without seeking approval or saying no to something that doesn't serve you. These small actions will build momentum and help you to reinforce your sense of power. And one of the reasons many people feel powerless is because they have associated control with fear or perfectionism. They think that if they can't control everything, then they might as well not even try at all. But the truth is that you don't need to be in control of everything to feel empowered and to feel like you're making progress in life. Instead of trying to control every outcome, every situation, every scenario, focus on what you can control, which are your actions, your mindset, and how your responses, like how you handle challenges in your life. And this shift in thinking alone is going to allow you to release the need to aim for being perfect while also allowing you to reclaim your power that is within. A powerful way to take back control of your life is to shift your mindset from one of victim to creator. When you're in victim mindset, you believe that life is happening to you and that you just have zero say in the matter. And sometimes that may be true, but again, you can't control every single thing. When you step into the role of creator, you start to understand that while you can't control everything, you can choose how you respond and what actions that you should be taking. And this shift is so essential because it allows you to put the power back into your hands. You're no longer waiting for things to change. You are actively creating the changes that you want to see in your own life. And a lot of the time, feeling powerless is also rooted in fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of the unknown. But the thing is, fear is always going to be there. Trust me. It is a part of life. The key is to not eliminate fear, but the key is to move forward in spite of. I always say, do it afraid. And in that doing, you're going to get more comfortable with the uncomfortable. Start by acknowledging your fears instead of ignoring them. Then take those small, manageable steps in the direction towards your goals. And each time you take action, even in the face of your fear, you're going to be reinforcing your ability to take control over your life. And as you're working on taking back control of your life, it is so important to be kind to yourself. Reclaiming your power is a process, and there are going to be moments when doubt creeps in, when you feel like you've taken a step backwards, but that's okay because the goal isn't to be perfect. The goal is to keep moving forward. Practice self compassion when things don't go as planned. Speak to yourself with kindness and remind yourself that you're doing the very best that you can in this moment and in this season of your life. The more you show yourself compassion, the more resilient you will become on this journey of taking control of your life. And one practical way to regain control is to start by creating a daily routine that supports your goals. It doesn't have to be anything extravagant or complicated. It can be just a few intentional habits that's meant to set you up for success. And then start your mornings each morning. Take a few minutes to set an intention for the day. Ask yourself, what's one thing that I can do today to move closer to my goals? This, like, simple habit, it helps you to focus on what matters, and it reminds you that you have the power to shape your day with your thoughts, being intentional. And then at the end of the day, just reflect on how you showed up for yourself. Did you take those empowering action produce steps? Where could you have done better? This reflections allows you to learn from each day and to continually improve how to take control of your life. I would say that taking control of your life starts with recognizing that you first have the power to make choices every single day. You have that power to make choices. And by identifying where you're giving up control, you also begin to challenge limited beliefs, setting boundaries, taking small steps. By doing all these things, you can reclaim your power and create the life you want. That's it. I would love to know, what area of your life are you ready to take back full control of your life? Drop it in the comments below. And if this video resonated with you, don't forget to like and subscribe so that we can continue this journey of empowerment and personal growth together. Remember, you have the power to create the life you want, and it starts right now. Keep the faith.